ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभा शंकराचार्य मध्यमा अस्मदाचार्य पर्यंता वंदे गुरुपरंपरा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुं परमानंदं वंदे स्वानंद विग्रहम् यस्य सन्निध्यमात्रेण चिदानंदायते तनुः। So good. Always there is a confusion between Tanu and Bapu. Okay. So I was about to say Bapu, then I said something is not okay. Good. As we have been discussing dharana, especially the dharana that is being taught in Goraksa Samhita here, basically that this pancha I'm not getting the word. Pancha tattva. So I'm not getting that word tattva. Okay. So I think I should remove the specs, then I comfortable. Okay. So Goraksha Samhita dharana is little different than the dharana that is being taught in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So here this Pancha Tattva is being highlighted with its Bija mantra. That also we see in our puja, especially Manasa Puja. And they have given the name starting with Prithvi. So if you start focusing on Muladhara, and of course, they are very nicely that Prithvi Tattva is being involved. And because it is Lakara, Lam Bija Iti, that's why you will have, many lands at your disposal. So these are the benefits. Okay, if you want to buy land, don't worry, just spend some time. Okay, you will get it. That's why you don't have to work. There are tricks, it will happen. And remember, this knowledge to get also, you have to work in your previous life. Okay. And even if you know now, also you cannot practice. So all are interconnected. That's why you have to understand one thing in your life. Whatever we all have, it is not this life karma. This should be more and more, strong in you. You may think, oh, I did this, I did that, because of this happened, that happened. This. Yes, that is just an instrument. Yes, that has contributed. Maybe that has accelerated. But remember, that is not the key factor. That is not everything either. So whatever you have, whether good or bad, all are previous life karma phala. So also whatever you do in this life, don't worry, coming life, be prepared for it. Nobody can escape. So coming back, this Tamini Vidya. So if you want to have, rule over, boss over all directions, means having the land those days. So nowadays a digital land, okay. So more you have digital, nowadays digital, they started selling digital land. They started selling land in different planets. So I was told also some called ah, digital ashram, digital this thing, that thing. Our this fellow, what is his name? Our Stefano today is not here. He had invested huge money. I don't know what happened to his money. Okay, at ashram, at Gurukulam, virtual land. Okay, so a few years back it was a craze. I think now it is outdated. So so you can have meditation, virtual meditation, sitting. You can sit there and you do meditation. Okay. So anyhow, then second one is called Drabini. So Drabini related to again little of Swadhisthana and related to Kantha. So where we say Vakar, and of course, if that is being done, definitely, generally, nothing will affect your, including even if there is a poison in the body, that is not going to spread, that is not going to affect at all. Then third one called Dahini. So that is again nothing wrong. So especially Jataragni, Manipura Chakra, and connected to where it is connected to Talu and Rudra is Devata. And of course, it takes care of what? That it takes care of the Vaishvanar Agni. It takes care of that whatever you have issues, especially with reference to thinking, and everything will get burnt. So that means the person will have confidence with reference to past issues. Then the next one is called Brahmini. I think we have seen also. So Brahmini means again after fire comes air. So it comes under Dhruvo Antare. I think we have not seen this. So let us read. Looks like little bit. Yad Vinnanjana Yunja Sannibhamidam Syutam Bhruvorantare Tattam Vayumayam Yakara Sahitam Tatreshwaro Devata Pranam Tatra Viliya Panchaghatikam Chintanvitam Dharayet Esha. Khegavanam Karoti Aminaha Syat Vayavi Dharana. So here also we need to, the color is being considered as black. Ishvara is Devata. And of course, Yam Bijam. So with that, it has to be that here, Bru Madhye, so in between the eyebrows. Now with this concept, when the person is able to dwell upon for 2 hours, Panchaghatikam, then what happens? Khe gamanam karoti. So that means the person will have siddhi, accomplishment to fly in the sky. So I think all of you have done it, okay? So all of you are flying now. So when you are flying, so that means what? So you have done somewhere something little bit, okay? Huh? So better, and especially when turbulence takes place, don't worry. God, Ishvara, you understand? And everything looks black. Huh? So there is no dhanam instant, okay? And especially when the air hostess starts, crying. Have you ever seen anywhere? Uh, Air hostess becoming disturbed, that's the first level. Then after disturbed, what? This is just I have seen. That's what I'm trying to say. That means hopeless, okay? And when they start crying, gone case. So everything only looks black. Coming back, joke apart. So, he gamanam, because as the Bayu is lighter, because as I don't have this siddhi, so that's why I cannot explain. So that's why I was trying to take in different way. That the person will be able to fly. Like we have beautiful examples, Hanuman. Also, we have many other examples too that people used to fly. In fact, I have heard many, siddhas in Odisha, especially. In fact, they used to meet each other by flying. So there are incidents. In fact, I have spent some time with their, disciples in that lineage. They do talk and they had some knowledge, not that they don't have. In fact, when you start talking to them, they don't share. Then slowly, once you become, very devoted to them and slowly looking at your situation and other things, some information they give. In fact, a lot of informations, a lot of things that those days I was practicing based on these sources. How? Next, Soshini Dharana. Akasam suvisudhavari sadrusham yad brahmarandhrastitam तन्नादेन सदा शिवेन सहितं तत्त्वं हकारान्वितं प्राणं तत्र विलीय पञ्चघटिकं चित्तान्वितं धारयेत् एषा मोक्ष कपाट पाटनपट्टुः प्रोक्ता नभोधारणा. So in all other dharanas gives you some type of siddhi or other. So here, this nabodharana, dwelling upon the space, gives moksha. In fact, it opens up the door, the gate to moksha. And of course, it is very clear, transparent in color, like water. Ha is Bija and Sadasiva is the Ishwara and Brahmarandhra is the location. And when a person dwells upon for 5 hours, 2 hours, 5 ghadi, 2 hours. So I increased 2 hours to 5 hours, okay? So 2 hours, definitely there will be, first thing is that the person will be able to do the breathing through Brahmarandhra. This is a beautiful point to observe. In fact, if you observe yourself, if you don't Take care of your Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, because these are the most important three things. Remember, you cannot take care of other at all. In fact, we look at especially Manipura as the middle point. Below Manipura, all the doors, all the gates, we call as Nicha Yoni. For example's sake, I would like to say, I think I have discussed this point. When a person passes away, the jiva has to leave the body through some gate. You might have observed some people die while keeping eyes open. Sometimes tears comes out. Some people bleed. Some people keep mouth open. Some people also bleed ear through the ear. And many people urinate or stool comes out or both. So through this, we come to a conclusion that if the lower dwaras, lower gates, lower doors than Manipura, if the jiva passes through mainly those two, will have a Nicha Yoni, will have birth in very lower, not human birth. Whereas when the jiva passes through any upper door, upper gate, name it eyes, ears, nose, mouth, definitely will have human body or height. Whereas if the jiva passes through Brahmarandha, this is the context here, will have moksha. This is what moksha dwara kapata. That's why in Siddha tradition, so what do? When somebody passes away, they discover the person has not passed through the Brahmanandra, and they know there is still Dhananjaya Prana is there. So what do? They take a coconut and hit on the skull, so that at least let the Dhananjaya leave the body through that passage, so that some gati, different gati will happen. So here, when a person spends some time with reference to this Navhodharana, dwelling upon the space, whether anything will happen or not, definitely the person will be able to accommodate. It's exactly like what we dwell upon, that we become. They say very nicely, what you think, that you become. So if you think of insecurities, you are insecure. If you think of money, you are rich. Swamiji, let me only sit down and think, okay? This is something very nice. Try to think. Remember, you cannot think of money. You will think of insecurities. To cover up insecurities, you will think of money, not money. Think of 2.5 hours. Just on money. Okay, I'll have this money is coming, this source. Let this come. Okay, good. This is coming, then I'll spend this thing. Okay, good. That is. Try to think. Will you be able to? In money thinking, your insecurity involved. Can you see this point? In fact, you never think of money, only you think of insecurities. And to handle, to cover up, to manage your insecurity, you think of money once in a while. That's why, the best story was, incident that happened, the fellow who wrote the book, that, what is it? Think of money, you will become. I forgot that lifetime teaching. So Henry Ford, I think, went there because that book was bestseller. About to bestseller, I asked him, hey, so what is this now? Yes. Think of richness, you will become rich. He asked, how did you come to this presentation? He asked, what is there to do with it? I want to know. Did you come by public transport? Or by taxi? Or by your car? Or driven by your driver? Answer me fast. Reluctantly said, look, I came by taxi. Please stop talking this. First come by a car driven by a driver. Then if you talk, then I can understand. Yes, maybe by selling this book you can have, but not thinking you can have. And of course, last moment he gave his, his identity card, visiting card, and said, look, this is me. Business card. This is me. Okay. If you need any support, please let us meet. So coming back, what generally goes around in your mind all the time, that you are. And what goes around you, surrounded by you, that also goes inside. They are interlinked. So if you are surrounded by problem, only problematic thoughts. That's why if you observe, when a person reacts, all reaction is related to what? Reaction is related to that near future. All our reaction is related to near future projection. Whenever you have reacted, whether out of proportion or gently way or whichever way, all are related to your near future thoughts or projections. That's why if a person reacts more, means the person past is not settled, present is not taken care. So when that past is not settled, present is not taken care, always you will be living in uncertainty with reference to future. And the near future really creates all sort of reaction in you. So that's why to take care of those reactions, dharana is the best medicine. So dwelling upon any object, later on Ishvara, is must, or else take the mantra. And of course, here is being taught about these 5 elements with Bija mantra, with Ishvara, with all these things put together. the color, form, many things are involved. Because more I give importance to dharana, the more I'll be able to settle my past. Whether I settle consciously or not, I don't know. But definitely, the past will be settled. That's the most important aspect. And once the past starts settling down, I will be in present. So that I will not unnecessarily bother about my near future. Continuing. Tambhini Dravini Chaiva Dahini Brahmini Tatha Shoshini Cha Bhavatyesha Bhutanam Panchadharana. So he says, look, all these five that we spoke earlier, especially from the verse number 54 onwards. So he says, look, verse number 54 is called Stambhini, 55 Dravini, 56 Dahini, 57 Brahmini, and 58 called Swasini. So thus he gives the name of these five dharanas. So these five dharanas dwelling upon this Panchabhutas are called thus. So very nicely. Then what? Very nicely and also the efficacy of this, so that we'll look at Karmana Manasa Vacha Dharana Pancha Durlava Vigyaya Satatam Yogi Sarvadukham Pramuchyate. So this dharana that we are talking, especially this pancha dharana, is durlabha. It is very rare. And that too, with reference to action, with reference to speech, also with reference to mental dwelling upon in three levels. Whereas a yogi who knows this, a seeker, one who knows this, and of course, constantly, continuously starts meditating upon this panchadharana, dwelling upon this pancha, five elements, definitely that person will be able to be free from all sort of affliction in life. Thus, dharana is completed. Then next will come what? Dhyanam. I think I have not given the text, you people. So that's why you people are struggling. So we'll stop this. So just summarizing. Dharana, we have discussed very carefully that when a person is able to do dharana, definitely that person will be able to see oneself very differently. Because when a person really starts dwelling upon any given object for a length of time or giving things for a length of time, based on that only dhyanam will happen. Whereas if there is no dharana, then what will happen? Not only there cannot be dhyanam, because dhyanam presupposes dhairyam. Meditation presupposes patience. Not, how people eyes restless. The moment you close your eyes, completely restless. Till that time, person was perfectly okay, okay? Everything was okay. The moment person closes the eyes, oh, body pain, this pain, that pain, because of lack of dharana. Because dharana will give what? Dhairyam. So if you don't have patience, you are restless. And remember, a restless person is always restless. Like child. A child is always child, okay? Except eating. Other than eating, nowhere child is, adult. Eating time, perfect, okay? Completely engrossed. And sometimes nowadays children are very much engrossed with, cell phones, which is very dangerous. And parents, poor parents also. So how to handle themselves? So what do they do? Hand over phone. Appa, I need 10 minutes break, 20 minutes break. So coming back. So dharana, when it gives dharya, of course, then only dhyanam will work. And through dhyanam, you will have different type of energy, different type of revelation. That's why when you close your eyes, make sure you should not change your body. You should not get disturbed. Whatever happens, sit down. Then only slowly, hopefully, you will be able to tune your mind with the total mind. And when the tuning takes place, it's like your transistor or television channel. Nowadays, digital, okay? So that the waves are connected to your television set. And through dhanam, one can achieve anything in life, especially for day-to-day transaction. That's why we say very carefully, this is being understood. You call that person is efficient, not who works, but who does documentation. If a person only works but no documentation, can you call that person as an efficient person? In fact, one who does more documentation, less work, that person is considered as most successful, efficient person. So what is documentation? Documentation is nothing, dhyana. Is it clear? So spend time rearranging your thoughts so that you don't spend time unnecessarily. It is worth to spend some time by just closing eyes. We'll see dhyana next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, all of you.